Another method is using object function based. So for this, we will call one URL and we'll try to open a report in a through an object function. Okay. So this will be available. um, so these object function based reports, right, are not available in for objects like a contact and account. So this is a limitation even in SUI. So we can't execute the contact and um, account object functions through REST API. So that's a existing limitation, and that's why we could not see the account and contact object. So for that reason, I'll select opportunity object. Then I'll click continue. I'll select sales, UI availability list. So this is to show in landing page, right? Or the list page. So we have the actions column. So if you click on this, basically it shows here. So this is nothing but the list page. Uh, that's the use of this UI availability. So I'll not give any the row condition. So I'll select for all. And here you can see the different object functions. Okay. So where we will define this object function is, so you can go to the specific object and you go to object functions. So these are the object functions that will that will work. But here you need to make sure while creating an object function, um, so you specify the visibility as callable by XML system, so that then only it recognizes in this list. So otherwise, the object functions will not appear here. So that's the one key point we need to make sure. Okay. So I'm going to return a URL. So in the form of a string, and I don't need any parameter. Okay. Because if you want, we can pass the parameters. We can define those parameters, and those parameters um, will be available. So that will be available here basically. So once you select, right, if this object function has any parameters, so it will list here, and you can pass those values. You can pass any parameter values here. So now I'll return one URL, report URL. So, and this is my URL. I'll just say return. So I try to I'll define one parameter here for Opti account ID. And this is, I'll make it string. And this parameter I can include in this URL. So here, not only a URL. So here in this example, I'll be taking URL. Uh, but if you have any Groovy script that needs to be executed, and you can select, you can write a complete Groovy script here, and then you can call this action. So now I define the function, and so it will not be available immediately. So for that, I'll just refresh. Still not available. Okay. So this is our object function called report URL. And so if you are writing any Groovy script, right? So then you don't need to select this object function returns a URL checkbox. But if you are using a link, right? Um, so basically, this right, this we will use actions and links, right? So if you select this in SUI, we will use actions and links. So if you use this checkbox, then it becomes an link. Otherwise, it will be action. So that's how we can relate with the SUI feature. Since it is a URL, I'll be selecting it as a URL, and I want to open in a new tab. And the parameter I wanted to pass is, so this is the account ID we are passing in the object function. And for this, we need to provide a value of attribute from the same object, from the same record. I'll be passing target party ID. So this is my the account ID. And since this is opening in the new browser, new window or a new tab, so we don't need a confirmation for this. I'll simply select submit. So name is open opti report. We will copy this and we will go to the opportunity report, opportunity record, and then we can launch from here. So if you face any sync issue, maybe try to open from the same tab. So otherwise, uh, a refresh should work. Yeah. So this is my smart action object function basic, and it is running, and it is opening in the new tab. And you can notice that it is passing the ID, but since there is no equal to operator, it is not giving. So we can correct that in a report. Okay. So so basically in the URL, so we need to include this equal to operator. You can see that. Okay. Yeah. So now you can see it is filtered for this account. All the opportunities that are related to this particular account, right? So this is the account, right? So it filtered with this. So like this, we can pass the parameters and we can execute uh, as a link or action.